I tell you what, the Lions are going to earn some coin out of this, aren't they? Jesus. Everyone should have studied law at uni and shit. They're all getting rich off this. They're all getting rich. Right, let's read it together, man. Guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. This is one of the most, probably a very historic day. Manchester City launch an unprecedented legal action against the Premier League. We're going to go through the detail. We're going to review it. We're going to read it together, right? And whatever, I've not read the document. Whatever it says, it'll say. If we're mudded, we're mudded. If we're not mudded, we're not mudded. Smash the likes. Yeah, don't be slacking in this stream. It's a huge stream, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Right. Let's go on. Let's read it. In fact, before we do, let's just get the snippets. Let's get the snippets first. Yeah? And then we'll move on that. Right, where are the snippets at? Oh shit. Right, here we go. Why have they deleted all the shit, man? Right, okay. First snippet here. Breaking. The hearing into Man City's 115 alleged breaches of the Premier League's financial rules is set for November and is expected to last 6 weeks. 6 weeks. That's what it's expected to last, man. 6 weeks. Right, let's have a look at this. This is Matt Lawton, by the way. Chief sports correspondent at the Times. City have launched unprecedented legal action against the Premier League in a move that sparks civil war in English top flight. Disputes become battle. 2-week arbitration hearing starting on Monday. So it starts on Monday. This dispute, which has become the battle of the most powerful clubs in the country, will be settled after a 2-week private arbitration hearing starting on Monday. So is that next Monday? That must be next Monday. That must be next Monday, which is the 10th of June. And it lasts 2 weeks. So by the 24th of June, we will know what's happened with City's legal action, according to Matt Lawton at the Times. The outcome could dramatically change the landscape of the professional game. Yep. That hearing, expected to last 6 weeks, could lead to massive fines for the club's owners, potentially even relegation for Pep Guardiola's all-conquering side. Next week hearing, which has provoked bitter divisions between the clubs, City will attempt to end the league's associated party transaction rules, which they claim are unlawful, seek damages from the Premier League. Okay. So City are basically saying that associated party transaction rules are unlawful and they want to seek damages. Yeah. So I guess Newcastle will be fans of this. Newcastle will be happy with this because obviously it was basically brought in to stop Newcastle, just like the FFP rules were brought in to stop City. These rules were brought in to stop Newcastle. So Newcastle are going to be happy with that, I assume. Okay. Within a 65 legal document, say City are the victims of discrimination. Describing rules, they say, have been approved by their rivals to stifle their success on the pitch's tyranny of the majority. Okay, fairs. City are successful in their claims. Some rival clubs fear they will be. Oh, okay. If City are successful in their claim and some rival clubs fear they will be. So all you mutants in the chat, like this guy, apparently rival clubs think City are going to be successful in their claim. So, yeah, stop mutating, innit? Let's continue. It could enable the richest clubs to value their sponsorship deals without independent assessment. Okay. Fairs. I mean, what a mess we're in here. This is all because of these stupid financial rules. The league's other 19 clubs have been invited to participate in the legal action, and times understand between 10 and 12 clubs. Okay. Those provide witness statements may be called by the tribunal to give evidence that they're here. Okay, so 10 to 12 clubs have stepped forward, providing evidence to support the Premier League. Okay, interesting. Got to have balance here, guys. You got to have balance. As well as the impact it could have on the Premier League as a competition, clubs fear City's claim could also be the key to outcome of the hearing into their 115 alleged breaches between 2009 and 2023, with sponsorship deals being funded by companies linked to Abu Dhabi. Okay, so people saying it's got nothing to do with the 115. Matt Lawton says different. It says it could be a key. It could be a key in the outcome of the hearing. Okay, it's been alleged that City concealed payments made by their owner, Sheikh Mansour, which is inflated even before more recent moves by Premier League to tighten their rules. Okay. If such rules are now deemed unlawful, it could significantly strengthen City's defence at the hearing later this year. City have denied all wrongdoing. Okay. In February, it was reported that the Premier League had warned clubs of the possible threat of legal action. Okay. Now the Times can confirm City carried out that threat, filing their claim on February 16th, with the Premier League informing its member clubs in March that a date of June 10th had been set for the hearing. Okay. So the court case starts next week. Oh, bro, I hope they stream it, man. Imagine if it was on stream, we could do a watch along of it, bro. That'd be wild. So I guess obviously we're not going to hear what's going on, but this case starts next Monday for 2 weeks. There'll be a court case going on, an arbitration between the Premier League and City. City is suing the Premier League for damages while arguing that the league's democratic system of requiring 14 clubs or 2/3 of those who vote to implement rule changes give the majority unacceptable levels of control. They accuse rival clubs of discrimination against Gulf ownership. Whoa, shit, Brev. So basically, is that just they're accusing them of racism, innit? Am I right? I'm right in saying that's racism. They're saying it's racism, Brev. Just to clarify, I'm right there, innit? I am right there. They're saying that is or xenophobia, or one of the two. They're saying it's racism, xenophobic. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. It's popping off, bro. Holy fuck. This is fucking crazy, you know. This is crazy, bro. What a mess. What a mess this league's in. There was absolutely no need to bring in these rules, yeah. No need. And it's just screwed the whole league. Look at what a mess this league's in right now. It's just an embarrassment, man. It's fucked. All because these clubs wanted control. City argues sponsors linked to club owners. City and Dubai should be allowed to determine how much they want to pay. I completely agree with this. It's up to the sponsors to decide how much they should be paying. Who is anybody else to decide what the value's worth? Who is it? It's mad. If I have a business, right, and I want to pay another business to sponsor me, I'll decide what I think the value is. Not some third party said, oh no, you're paying too much there. Who are you? Who are you to say that? This is the problem. This is why it's fucked. This is why it's screwed. Because it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And it'll never, ever, ever, yeah, it'll never be fixed until it's gone. We're going to have these issues now for the rest of the time. Until they're gone, we'll have these issues forever. 4 of City's top 10 sponsors have ties to the UAE, including stadium and shirt sponsor Etihad Airways. Okay. Newcastle, which is majority owned by Saudi, have a shirt sponsor deal with Seller, a Saudi sports company. Chelsea have a shirt deal with Infinite, a leisure company, which counts the joint Chelsea owners Todd Bowley and Dad amongst its investors. So everyone's doing it, right? One club has submitted a witness statement in support of City. Whoa! We got a friend. Oh, yo, who's our friend, man? Who is it? Who's the friend? Let's have a look at the Premier League table, guys. Who is it, man? Yeah, is it West Ham? Is it West Ham, Chester City? Who is it, man? Who's our friend? Is it Arsenal? Probably not. Is it Liverpool? No. Villa? No. Spurs? No. Chelsea? No. Is it our Geordie friends? Newcastle United? Or is it Chelsea? It could be Chelsea, to be fair, I suppose. I think it's more likely to be Newcastle. Based on the fact that those latest rules that were brought in like January, that was the Newcastle rule. That they should have just called that rule. Hi lads, this is the Newcastle rule. Yeah, we're not letting Newcastle buy anyone from Saudi or loan anyone from Saudi or whatever it was. So that is basically the situation there. Plus, obviously, geographical location ties. Like the owners will probably know everyone because obviously they're next to each other. You know, UAE and Saudi are pretty close on that. Let's continue. Mad. Okay, so more than half of the sided with the Premier League. Okay, not entirely surprising. I mean, that is effectively what City are complaining about, part of it. Despite winning, City's okay, their rivals believe what City are doing actually destroy the competitiveness of the world's most popular league, allowing clubs with super rich owners to spend unlimited amounts of money on their playing squads and infrastructure and nullify financial fair play rules. Okay, it wasn't a problem 20 years ago, though, wasn't it? When people were still spending pure cash. This is what I said before. Millions are being spent on legal fees. One senior club source says the Premier League's legal bill is quadrupled in the past year from 5 million to 20 million. Okay. Okay, so one club is saying that this is a tactic from City to basically just fuck the Premier League with the money. Fair enough. So, but it's just a mad battle. This is a crazy battle, man. Fairs. City are seeking damages for the losses which is incurred as a result of unlawfulness of the fair market value rules, in particular costs resulting from delays. Sums they claim were not paid under agreed deals, and additional costs, including clubs' inability to generate revenue from delayed or cancelled projects. The club believes this could potentially amount to tens of millions. Wow. City claim the club has seeking a split trial, with the first part focused on the APT rules, followed by second. So City want to split it up. City want to do two things. This is crazy, guys. It's sad, isn't it? I actually think it's so sad, man. Genuinely, I think it's so sad that football has gone down this road and gone down this route of financial fuckery, VAR fuckery. It's mad, isn't it? And you know what as well? It's crazy, yeah? There's a whole generation of fans out there that have known no different. If you're 15, 16, you don't know anything different because FFP's been in since 2010. So if you're 15, 16, or even maybe a bit older, maybe you're 20, you probably don't know football without these financial rules. You know, slightly younger people probably don't know nothing. VAR. It's crazy, man, how football's gone like this. Okay. Football Premier League had to secure an order that enabled it to disclose the details of arbitration to member clubs. City filed the claim. Okay, explain to the club's detailed City claim contrary to the. He explained to the clubs the detailed City's claim that the rules are contrary to the Competitions Act 1998. So City is saying, if any legal guys in here, go and read that. Premier League's independent legal counsel think it's all fine. Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be doing it. Directions. Okay, tribunal set for a date. Yeah, we already know that. All the witness statements are in. City were given the option of either intervening formally in the proceedings. Okay. Within City's claim is a challenge to the voting system upon which the Premier League decision-making process has been long built, which requires 2/3 of clubs to support a rule change. They say this allows a majority of clubs to exert a tyranny that damages the minority. Okay. I don't think how can you get away with that? I don't think City win that though. Yeah, I'll post the article in the description of the video. I'll post the article in the description of the video. There you go, guys. I've just updated it now. You might need to refresh the stream, but I've just updated it now. It's there. Because at the end of the day, if the rules are the rules there, how can City get away with? How can City challenge that? If the rules are 14 people. 14 clubs need to agree to something. How if that's the rule? That's the rule. Surely that's the rule. This is mad. City also claim the fair market values intend to be discriminated towards clubs with ties to the Gulf region. That's wild, man. Deliberately intended to stifle commercial freedoms of particular clubs. City also complain that when it comes to negotiating to any form of sponsorship agreements, clubs are in the north are at a disadvantage to those in London, saying they can charge higher ticket prices. Yeah, I mean, that's probably fair. City blame the Premier League for not regulating spending when clubs such as Man United were more dominant. I mean, that's the argument, isn't it? That's the age-old argument. And I know United fans will not want to hear this, but it is true. United invested, and rightly so. There's nothing wrong with this, by the way. They've done the right thing. United invested and bought stuff and built the club up when there was no rules. That's a fact. Go and have a look how much money Ferguson spent. If you do it now for inflation, it's wild. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Clubs can spend money. It's not a problem. City's argument there is 100% valid. And United fans just don't have a response. United, Liverpool, Arsenal, they all invested in their clubs when there was no rules. They built the clubs up to where they are, the gigantic clubs, which they are. You can't argue with that. United, Arsenal, Liverpool, huge football clubs, right? They invested when there was no rules. And now what they're saying is, you can't invest. That's an absolutely legit concern that City have. That is completely fair. You have to invest to grow the football club. You have to. Look how big City are now across the world. Look at what was going on in New York with the new shop opening and all that kind of stuff. It's mad. They've only got there by investing in the club, investing in the infrastructure, investing in staff all across the world. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. What else are they saying? City also say the rules penalise clubs who have lower profile sporting histories. Facts. It's true. Clubs like United, gigantic football club, biggest club in England. They're always going to have a track. Because why? Because they've got that historic success. They built the club up to a gigantic position. Right, and they did well in that. Congratulations. I'm not saying they did anything wrong. But what's happening now is they're saying, well, you can't do what United did. You can't do what Liverpool did and spend money because we've got these. That's wrong. That is wrong. And I know the Liverpool fans, United fans and Arsenal fans will say, no, it's not. But it is. And if you take off your red tinted glasses, you'll accept it is. You can't do that, man. Let's have a look what they say. In their claim, City also dismissed Kearns that inflated sponsorship deal linked with it could be vulnerable to a change of ownership. There's no rational, logical connection between the club's financial non-sustainability. Okay. This overlooks the fact it's common for sponsorship contracts have clauses, meaning the terms change under new ownership. City argued that the Premier League have failed to provide evidence to sponsorship deals. Okay. Further to that, City questioned the independence of Nielsen Sports, the data analytics company used to determine the fair market value sponsorship of deals, because it's been retained by the Premier League for more than 2 years. City complained that FMV rules discriminate against clubs who form part of a multi-club ownership group and only apply to commercial deals and not shareholder loans. Okay, whatever. City stand accused of breaking financial rules to spend close to $2 billion. In their claim, City argued that current rules will limit their ability to buy the best players and force them to charge fans more for tickets. I agree. I've said this before. I've said this in the past, 100%. Financial fair play rules, PSR rules, whatever you want to call them. The ticket prices in terms of income should be limited. £30 a ticket, in my opinion, that goes towards your income. Otherwise, City are 100% right. Clubs are incentivized to charge more for tickets, 100%. Now, you can't cut the whole thing because clubs that have invested in the stadium to have more seats, like United have got a huge stadium, obviously Spurs, Arsenal, even City now with theirs, you can't cap it completely and say, oh, you can only charge for 30,000 tickets or whatever, but you've got to cap the ticket price. Otherwise, City are right. And if you don't think City are right here, you're delusional. Clubs will be incentivized to increase the ticket prices, increase the merch, increase everything. Why? Because to buy the best players, you need to increase your revenue. And if you're now being told that, sorry, mate, that sponsorship deal, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up at this price, you're gonna have to do something else with the stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Terry now. Guys. Chilling it. Yeah, I'm going to go over to Terry in a second because I'm meant to be on his stream at 3:30. City didn't comment. Premier League didn't comment. Okay, cool. let's see if there's any final news before. I'm going to go on Football Terrace now as well and discuss this with Terry and with Dan Potts, which is kind of interesting. Let's see what they've got to say about it. But what you're going to get now, yeah, you're going to get a lot of people talking about stuff that they don't know what they're talking about. A lot of people being biased. And again, I've not been biased once in this thing, in my opinion. I've said if City are guilty of the 1-1-5, then we're going to get relegated. That's not me being biased. I've also said City are right on quite a lot of this stuff. I've also said I don't think City are going to win one of these things. I don't see how City, in my opinion, are going to be able to overturn the 14 team thing. You know what I mean? I don't see how that's going to happen. I really don't see how that's going to happen, personally, because you're in a club and that's the rule. I don't see how that you can overturn that. Other stuff, maybe. Right, let's have a look at these super chats before we go over to the Football Terrace, guys. You got to make sure you join me. It's going to be a pop-off stream. Big up to Dan. Says, and so we will go to war. Says Dan Rowe. Nelly says the only time we counter attack. Facts, bro. Danny says concerns KDB from previous live. That interview is fake. KDB stays 1 year, then goes to New York with Pep. Says Danny. Interesting. Chicken Wing says, what the fuck is going on? What did I miss? Rewatch the stream or come over to the Football Terrace now, bro. Me, Dan Potts, and Terry are going to discuss it. And big up to City for Life says we cook to the Champions League next year. Guys, incredible day. Incredible day. It's popping off. It's going to continue. I'm going live now on the Football Terrace. Come and join me. Stream will redirect you. 800 people in here. Smash a like on the way out. Then come over to Football Terrace. It's going to be a banger. See you in a second.